What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we're back with some more Uncharted The Lost Legacy. In fact, we've got Chapter 8 with all the collectibles and a handful of trophies, too. That's right, we're going to get one for completing all of the optional conversations. We're also going to get one for completing all of the lockpicks, so making some good ground on those collectibles. In fact, we also find another piece of treasure, which gives us a bonus trophy, too, for doing something a little out of the norm. So we'll get to that in a hot second, but first, we're going to pick up right where we left off. And look at this view. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Now, after a short little segment here of these two chatting it up with Chloe, we actually get the option to talk with Sam, and Sam gives us our first optional conversation. So we got a few more of those, and hey, if you're new to Happy Thumbs, or maybe you're just in a hurry, we have quick links down below. But before quickly quicking one of them quick links, that's hard to say. We're going to go ahead and shimmy all the way over to the far, well, left, but it's kind of the right, depending on which way you're looking, and grab our first treasure. That's right. All right, so I already mentioned the quick links down below if you're in a hurry for maybe one of those optional conversations, or perhaps maybe you just need those last lockboxes. Go ahead and use those quick links down below, and they will get you right to them, and I'll even explain it once you get there. So, all right, meanwhile, we're going to keep on keeping on into this little tunnel here, and oh no, we're going to slide down this yucky. You know what? I hope these aren't designer jeans that she's wearing, because that would be terrible. Now, I also have seen lately that there are some designer jeans that actually cost a fortune that have fake mud on them, too. Maybe that's where this was inspired from. But I'm not even kidding. Look it up. Like Nordstrom's and a couple of places have jeans that look just like Chloe's jeans right now, but they're clean, and you can't ever get them clean. They're just stained brown, which we'll let you decide where the brown came from. All right, moving along. Bad jokes intended. We're going to go ahead and, yeah, take a quick peek at the old chopper flying away. And there's this waterfall. We're going to make sure that we actually take a quick dip, not to just clean our jeans, but to get this piece of treasure. And here's another one of those Ewer. Now, I don't know what an Ewer is. I'm going to have to educate myself on that. But I will say that it was rather hard to pick up. So, yeah, look at that. It's some sort of like a picture or something. I don't know. Like I said, I gotta look up what an Ewer is, because I'm sure it doesn't have anything to do with being Ewer than the last ewe. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, bad wordplay. Bad wordplay. I'm filled with bad jokes and bad punny wordplays this morning, so I apologize for that. But meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on. All right, so that being said, we're going to charge our way all the way up and over, and we got this weird kind of series of slippery slopes coming up, and there's actually a couple of spots in this level where we find ourselves jumping more than a couple of times down one of these, like I said, slippery slopes. So look at this. And the game wants you to go to the right there, but we're actually going to not go that way. We're going to go down to the bottom and towards the left. And you can see there's a spot where we can jump up and climb up. And what do we got here? It's some treasure. It's a Mamluk brass bowl. I'm not sure what you're putting in that bowl, but I guess maybe some cereal or something. And I be drinking cereal milk. You guys ever watch Family Guy? Probably not. Family Guy's not a very popular show. Actually, that's from Cleveland anyway, so fooled you. Actually, that was just my bad. All right, spunky and funky. We're ready to roll on. Look at this. We've gone up the way the game wants us to. We eventually get to this spot where there's a bunch of roots. And I'm not talking about the awesome band, hip-hop rap group, Super Dynamos. We're talking about some roots in the ground here. We're actually going to walk up and use our brute strength to go ahead and find our way through. Look at that. All we have to do is walk up, hit the icon indicated, and all of a sudden she remembers she should have packed her machete. Now, that being said, I'm surprised she doesn't have one tucked away somewhere. These games pretty good about pulling out items that clearly don't fit in the normal person's pocket. But, you know, like all this treasure. Where's all this treasure going? We've talked about that before, but anyway, moving along here, we're going to go ahead and make our way through. And oh, check it out. If you have not already, check us out on Facebook. Every Friday, we have a giveaway, and those giveaways do range from, you know, stickers to merchandise and Happy Thumbs, all sorts of stuff. And oh no, what happened here? I'm falling. Oh, this is, I thought I made a mistake and forgot to edit it out, but it turns out this is actually how the game goes. But yeah, back to the giveaways. Every Friday, we put up a new post that has a contest or a giveaway prize, and basically all you have to do is like that and like our page in order to be entered, and then Sunday we randomly pick a winner. So All right, and when I say randomly pick a winner, I'm not talking about digging for gold, people. I'm talking about actually selecting one of your names and sending you some goodies. But, all right, hey, as we continue along here, we come to this weird gate, but instead of trying to go up and over the gate, we want to tuck into the corner there and grab that treasure, which happens to be the Crescent Flask, and immediately turn around and go ahead and talk to Nadine as she has an optional conversation for us here. So that's pretty sweet. Now, I do struggle with this. I don't know how much of this I edited out. Looking at my timeline, I didn't edit any of this out. So get ready for the ultimate noob. So I see right away that I can jump up and climb onto this gate kind of fencing here. And I'm trying to get over it. Like, I'm clear on what I need to do here. I know that I need to get on the other side, but it, like, won't let me climb out onto that open area there, which I thought was where I needed to go to flip over the top, but it wouldn't let me. And so, look at that. It turns out it was just kind of a funny angle. And, of course, I'll blame it on the user, me, as it probably was my fault. But from here, we got to go all the way up, and there's multiple paths you can take, depending on how far you started over on the right or left. You just got to get to the top and climb all the way up. And once we get up there, we're actually going to, well, what do we find? Oh, we got this crate, or this cart here, and we got to move it. Look at Sam over in the distance there. He is on the other side, and we actually need to help him get over here. Now, he actually returns the favor here in a minute by climbing up higher in the spot where we can't get to, and then he drops a crate down that we can hop up onto, which actually is where that next collectible is. So if you're in a hurry, feel free to go ahead and use the Quicklink. And that one's going to be for, what do we got here? What do we got? We actually got, oh, it's another optional conversation coming up first. So, and then after that, we're going to climb up and go get some more treasure. But, all right, Sam's down. He's a little dirty. Some of them designer jeans, it looks like. Oh, he doesn't care. He throws his glasses. It looked like he had at least one good lens left. Maybe not. But, all right, so there's the next optional conversation. I guess it wasn't that far along, but the next one is a little bit of a jaunt. So between optional conversation 3 and treasure number 5, which happens to be the Soapstone jewelry box, we got a little bit of some downtime. So this would be one of those times that if you want to use the quick link, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and boost up. Well, let's see here. We throw up Nadine, and she goes up top. And eventually we get Sam up there. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to throw the pole. She throws the pole down, and we scale this pole. This is kind of a weird deal here. I've always been a little suspect of these poles that they scale in the game. Like, is this something that happens in real life? Like, I know there's like ninjas and all sorts of stuff out there that can do really cool, amazing things. People are amazing. There's no doubt about that. But really, a round pipe? That's like a 6-inch pipe, and people can just scale that like nothing. Anyway, all right. Taking some of the Hollywood out of it, it takes some of the fun away, right? My wife always gets mad at me when we're watching movies. I'm like, how did they know that was going to be there? How would they know to put that there? And she's like, just go with it. Just shush and go with it. I'm sure I ruined a lot of movies. And I apologize, wifey. I apologize. All right. Hey, we have jumped over trying to follow Sam, and it does not go as planned. But hey, we can climb back up pretty quick and easily. And then we look at this. We actually climb over the top of Sam. That's actually one of my favorite parts right there. Nadine just totally grabs him. And I think away. Why miss out on the fun? I better jump in on this too. So I climb over him as well. And next up, we've got ourselves a rope swing. And remember I told you there's a couple of spots where we got to jump from slide to slide? Well, here is one of them. This one's actually really cool. And if you're not careful, it could end rather badly. So next up, we got the Soapstone jewelry box. So I guess maybe I was a little bit wrong in the sequence of this. I was thinking that Sam pushes the box down next. No, he pushes it after this one. So my bad. But once you swing across, you're going to drop down, and there's actually this really sneaky spot. Look how cheeky this is. Naughty dog, you so naughty. This is a really hard one to see, and without Doug's guide, I probably would not have found this on my own, at least not right away. So shout out to Dougie Fresh 613 for hooking up our trophy guide with all the collectible locations. And there you can see, there's the Thumbies helpful tip. Use the quick links in the video description to reach the next collectible, which does in fact happen to be the optional conversation number 4. So I gave you bad info earlier. Like, I feel bad about that. Now, this is rather cheeky as well. Once you get up to this spot, you cannot come back. So hopefully you got that treasure down below. I don't see why you wouldn't, but yes, you slide down, and all of a sudden we go into our cutscene. Oh, shit.
What is this?
Light?
Sure. All right, well, there's only a few, and we can probably...
Wait.
That sub guy doesn't do things halfway.
It's going to be quite a show. Son of a
shoreline? What the hell are they doing there? We got rid of all these
Hey, Sam.
Saying.
Hey. You cool?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Because I need you to be cool.
I'm cool.
All right, ladies, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take the guy on the right. You two go ahead and just...
I don't know about you guys, but that totally reminded me of a scene from a movie. Are you cool, man? What do you mean? Right. Or no, he says, okay. Anyways, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But, oh, look at that. We removed some of the battle that ensued there. And as soon as it's over, we're actually going to follow Nadine over to this corner where she looks at the rocks. And check it out. Guess what? She's going to provide us with an optional conversation. So simply press that icon quickly, and you will actually get some extra conversing. And, oh, getting to know you. Watch how excited I am. Booyaka show. I love those little jumps. Those are so ridiculous. But I love them. And they're fun. So, all right, next up, we're going to keep on keeping on. And we've got this little, I guess it's a railroad tie or some sort of big lumber here that's in the way. And we're going to need not a couple of sets of arms, but all three, I do believe. I think Sam actually comes through and he's like, oh, pardon me, excuse me. Makes his way right on through, if I remember right. Nope, I don't remember right. That happens often. But, all right, so we're going to squeeze through. And, you know, I wouldn't make it through here. I am currently a bit pudgy, as one might say. I certainly would need to take some deep breaths and hope for the best to make it through there. But, oh, as soon as we get through, we get thrown down. And look at this. We've got another one of these slip and slides, and not the fun ones. Well, I guess none of them are fun. They all hurt me. I was a kid, I had fun on them. As an adult, I get owned. I get destroyed by the ground every time I jump and slide. But, all right, we got 3 or 4 of these we got to go through. And, ooh, it's the Bat Cave. And at the end, we actually get an opportunity to climb up and not plummet to our doom. And once we get up here, guess what? We basically walk right into a photo op. You can see it as soon as you start climbing up. This is probably the easiest photo op of them all. And it's not that great of a photo, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's a nice, beautiful canyon and all that. But who wants a picture of a train? Oh, pics or it didn't happen. Look at that. We've got a photo. And you know what? That's kind of funny because we actually get another trophy. So I was wrong, too. We get 4 trophies in this video. I'm pretty sure. We get 4 because we get all the lockboxes later. And that's a different type of pick. So we got PICS, picks or it didn't happen, and PICKS, like lock picks or it didn't happen. And here's another one of those super cheeky spots that this one was a little bit more obvious because it's got the green spots and they just kind of look out of place as they go down. And they take us all the way down to a peacock nut cutter. Dude, PETA would not be okay with that. I'm not even sure what's going on. You want your peacock to have a vasectomy? You talk about it with him on his own time. You don't get a nut cutter and do it. That just sounds weird to me. And maybe I'm taking that a little bit too far. But isn't that what it's a peacock nut cutter? Like, what else could that be? I have no idea what else that could be. Oh, look out below. We've got this whole tower that's coming down, and it's coming down fast. Luckily for us, Nadine and Sam both grab the one piece of lumber that mattered, the one that the rope was attached to, and they save our Tookus. We get to climb all the way up, and we've got a little bit of a jaunt before we get to our next collectible. So Thumbie just came in and reminded us that we do have Quicklinks, so feel free to use those. Otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and do what we always do. That's right. We're going to keep on keeping on. As we make our way up and over the hills, we find some fun stuff here. And oh, so remember earlier when I was talking about Sam pushing down a box and helping us? We're finally there. But you can see how I was confused. To be completely honest, all things out in the open here. I actually played this level on Thursday. And I didn't get a chance to edit it until late Friday night. So there was a little bit of separation between my gameplay and my editing, which definitely changes like my memory on things sometimes. But as it turns out, it's now Monday morning. So I am now cutting the audio over the top of stuff I edited Friday night. And so I'm not making excuses. I just totally, that's why. There was some time in between when I played and when I edited and when I did the commentary. So Speaking of some time in between, there's also some time in between me figuring out this puzzle. As it sits, you actually have to push that cart all the way to the end and then flip the switch. So check it out. We're going to go ahead and move this lever, and it changes the tracks so we can push that cart back down, but it'll go down a different path. This is going to allow us to get Sam up top, and then once Sam goes around, we have to repeat this process and push it back. So now we're going to push the cart all the way down up against that wall, and when that wall goes kablooey, the bricks go, well, you know what I'm saying. I had nothing. I was going to rhyme. I ruined my, kablooey should have been my finishing line, but it wasn't. I messed that up. All right, look out, Sam. Oh, no. So look at that. There we go. The bricks are falling, and we actually have access to get up and over, and once we get inside here, we actually find a ladder that we're going to boost Sam up to. And of course, we actually get the help from Nadine as well to get him up there. And there's some treasure right up top. It's actually funny. It kind of teases us because we don't actually ever go up this ladder. We actually come a different route. We have to come from, climbing up the cart, which he pushes down a box onto, but you'll see here in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and boost him up, and once he gets up there, he's going to do us a favor and push down the box. But we got to go on the other side. It's kind of confusing at first. Like, I got to be honest. Like, it's not the most confusing, and really, it's kind of self-explanatory, but eventually you'll figure it out. If you're not watching this, it's not too hard. It'll come in time. But look, up in the top left corner there, you can see the treasure. Yep, we'll have a look around too, Sam. And look at this. So we're going to go ahead and make our way outside of this little cave area. And then, of course, like I said, we're going to push that cart all the way back up, flip the switch again so we can reroute it right back to where the cart started. And phew, we'll get done with that. So, yeah, I was kind of standing here waiting. Honestly, I totally thought he was going to push the box down right here. We would climb on the box, which would give us access up to that ladder. But the ladder's totally broken. So I realized that. I jumped for joy a couple of times, and then I'm out of here, right? I'm like, screw you guys. I'm going home. I think. Maybe? I don't know. Come on, figure it out, Brian. I should have edited this out, too, shouldn't I? There we go. I'm starting to move. We got life. We're moving. I think Sam's like, I got a box. And that's when I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're in the wrong place if he's got the box. But, all right, so I finally figured out, like I said, you got to hop out. And yeah, and hey, if you're in a hurry, you could certainly use the quick link for the British Powder Flask, which happens to be treasure number 7. That's the next one that's up top. It's that one that's glowing and teasing us from up so high. And look at this. I thought for sure I'd be able to sneak in there and push the cart up because I don't know about you guys. I've got a bad back. So like pulling things is not nearly as efficient on my back or helpful for my back as pushing things is. Pulling is always the worst. But nonetheless, it's a video game. Why should I care? Hey, check it out. I haven't talked about Patreon.com yet. Hey, if you guys are interested in, supporting us, maybe you want to pat us on the back a little extra special way, for helping you out over the years, or maybe just this particular video. Either way, you can do that by actually going to patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming. There's a link down below in the video description below our quick links, and that's actually going to take you to our fan support page. This is where you guys can actually go and support the creator, me, directly. And, you can make requests of certain videos or certain games, and I can't always make promises that I can fulfill all of them, but usually I'm pretty good about those kinds of things. And, we also have a special Facebook group that is created, but it hasn't been unlocked yet. I'm going to talk about it in our next game break and kind of explain that a little bit more. And we've also revamped our tiers. So all the different perks or whatever you want to call them, and they've all changed just a little bit. So to become a Happy Thumbs namer, it's a little different, and you get a little bit, well, I don't know if a little bit extra. You'll see. You'll have to check it out in the days coming. So, all right, we're finally up top, and we're going to go get that treasure that's been taunting us on that edge there. Look at that. There she blows. We'll go ahead and pick that up and turn back around and make our way out of there. So, British Powder Flask is now officially ours. Not sure what kind of powder's in there. Hopefully it's explosive and not the kind that'll get us arrested. But you never know. You never know with these guys. These guys find some really weird stuff. All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and climb up the wall behind us. So the same wall that we crashed down, the cart and all those blocks, check it out. We're going to climb up and over, and it totally works out, and it takes us to our next treasure. Now, this next treasure is actually related to a trophy, too. So this one could easily be missed. Now, not only can you easily miss this treasure, but the trophy can easily be overlooked, too. And I think you have to go into the game and play any level, I think, and then pull up your treasure. Maybe you can pull it up from the main menu. I'm not sure. But check it out. So you're going to swing out. The game wants you to go forward, but we're not going to do that. That's right. We're going to be rebellious. We're going to turn around and jump onto this really sketchy ledge down below us that's actually behind us once we jump out. So look at that. I wasn't sure I was going to make it. I thought I was for sure going to fall and die, but it doesn't work out that way. It turns out I find this strange skull, and check this thing out. This thing has got googly eyes. It's so weird. Now you're going to want to rotate the skull after you get it, and look at the bottom. And it's kind of like a magic 8-ball. Look at that. Booyaka show. And as soon as you see that little thingamabobber there, it's going to give you a trophy called Shake for Your Fortune. So we'll go ahead and collect that. Thank you very much. And move on. We got to throw our rope swing back out there and swing across to that other ledge, which is not sketchy at all. In fact, I hope she brought an extra pair of drawers, because I certainly would have pasted mine up. That's right, pasted. All right, so swing not once but twice. I always swing that extra time for safety. I found that swinging once and jumping and trying to be in a hurry is never a good thing. I always die. But, all right, make your way all the way up to the window, press the button as indicated, and we should slip on inside. And guess what? We actually have our next cutscene, and we got to get to the chopper.
Here, I got your rope.
Thanks.
Well, this just keeps getting better and better. Between Asav's man and Shoreline, there must be at least a couple dozen guys in there.
Hang on. What's in that crate?
Guns, ammo, maybe?
Maybe.
I thought Shoreline didn't do arms deals.
They didn't.
Never mind the crate. Where's the tusk?
Well, there's a Sov with Orca.
Who?
My former lieutenant.
I remember this guy. You know, here he is, in all of his mullet glory. Right? She gets it.
Okay, well, the deal's done. Your boy Orca has the tusk.
Let's go relieve him of it.
Hey, whoa, wait. We got a plan, guys. Like I said, there's over a couple dozen guys in there.
Relax. You'll live longer.
I am so proud.
What just happened?
Safety's off, chappies. No word from our lookouts, so we're on cleanup. Take extra care with Miss Ross.
Well, so much for getting to that chopper and stopping it. Hip it to the hopper and you just don't stop it. Uh-oh, I messed. All right, so much for plan A. Now we got to avoid that bad boy. But hey, we're actually going to find 5 lockboxes scattered throughout. However, there's also a bunch of bad guys, so we've removed a little bit of fight scenes, and I also died once. I tried to get real ballsy, and I tried to open one of the lockboxes with a chopper just totally raining down bullets on me, and it did not work out very well for me, so I had to edit that out too. And look at that, I was trying to be sneaky, and it didn't work out, so I actually got spotted, and then battle ensued. So I took out like 15 guys or so, and then you could saw the edit. You could saw the edit. You could see the edit back there where I spliced it in, and now we're going to go ahead and crack open the first lockbox, which actually gives us an RPG to help kind of wound that chopper. Now we, again, have this on the easiest mode possible, so you'd think that chopper would go down with the first blow, but no such luck. But what we're going to do next is we're going to make our way to the back left corner. You can see I make a mad dash over here, and that chopper is raining bullets, and I go for it, but no such luck. So I died, and as soon as I respawned, the chopper wasn't actively shooting me in the corner, so I was able to kind of calmly pick this lock, and booyaka shout. Lockbox 2, now officially ours, and look at that, we got another RP jizzle. But this next one you think would take it down too, but no such luck. For whatever reason, I guess third time is the charm. Maybe they're following the Lego rule, the old rule of 3. But the chopper comes and starts blasting at me here in a second, and I wait for him to stop because I don't want to lose this rocket. And booyaka show, I nail him, and I thought for sure that's the end, but nope. So we got to find one more of those, which we will soon enough. But we're actually going to go to the middle upper balcony ledge here. You can see I'm climbing up, and then I'm actually going to get on this walkway, and there's a whole bunch of bad guys. Now, I probably should have edited some of this out too, especially since I've got it on noob mode, and I'm totally noobing it up. Now, hey, we'll go ahead and distract you for a second and tell you to check us out on Twitter. Now, Twitter is not our primary social media account. However, we do a lot of tweeting there. In fact, it's also a good place to get stuff if you don't follow Facebook or Instagram. There's a lot of information that's kind of multi-posted. So when we post the contest, usually we post the contest or the giveaway on Friday. We post it on Instagram, which then auto-posts to our Facebook and our Twitter. So we've got you covered no matter which platform you're on. However, for those giveaways, you actually have to be on Facebook to partake. Now, if you guys hate that and you're not on Facebook and you'd like to see some other form of contest, let us know. We tried doing some Gleam giveaway stuffs, but a lot of people didn't like that either. So let us know. Give us some feedback. Your feedback is always key to us moving on and, you know, making everybody happy. I know we can't please everybody, but we can certainly try to please the majority. So you could be the majority by sharing your voice with us and letting us know. Now, all right, it seems as though we've taken out all the bad guys minus that big chopper, which is just relentless. Look at them just, they won't even stop. So you're going to make your way off to the back. I believe it's supposed to be the back right corner. But depending on how you look at this, oh, sorry, psych, we gotta go under the middle first. And then we go to the back right corner. But depending on how you're looking at it, it's kind of wonky. So we'll show you. We actually make a mistake. Based on the information we had, we go to the wrong corner. And so it's easy to do. And I left it in here just because, you know, why not? I make mistakes too. So I come out of this and I actually run over to the corner. But see, this is kind of, depending on how you're looking, this is actually where we started. So I ran to the front left corner. And I do believe we need to go to the back right corner. So I turn around and I make my way all the way back there. And guess what? I have luck once I get back there. But no luck getting away from this chopper, though. There's a little bit of sanctuary inside some of these train cars and things, but really there's no real safety other than taking him all the way down. But good news, we're almost done. We only got one more lockbox after this, and you probably already saw it. It's actually in the back of the truck, just off to our right now. We're just off to the left of that upper walkway that we were on. So lockbox officially open, and we are out of there before we die. And last but not least, I'm going to sneak over to this truck, and because the chopper is shooting at me, I'm going to hide for a second and try to get my health back. I find a safe spot here, and there we go. He can't get me over here in the corner, or can he? Look, it's kind of cheap. The game's kind of being... I guess, you know what? That's not like bulletproof sighting on the walls there of the truck. So anyhow, finally, we go ahead and we hop in here, and shortly after we get this, we actually find ourselves in the final cutscene, which is actually rather lengthy. It's like 4 or 5 minutes long. So I will disappear. Oh, there it is. There's the other Pix, or It Didn't Happen trophy. And so we got both PICS and PICKS. So one for taking pictures and one for lock picking. Woohoo! All right. Well, we got to take off or take down this chopper. I know I talked about using, you know, RPGs to take it down, but it turns out we got this really cool action sequence. Once we get all the way to the top, we bust open the door, and that's when the cutscene actually starts. There is a little bit of a QTE inside there, quick time event, but we'll go ahead and let the game take over.
Enough! Hey! Shut!
Get the tusk before it melts. Careful! Don't!
Ma'am? You're looking well.
What the hell have you done with my company?
Made it profitable, for starters.
I think that was a rhetorical question, love.
I should have shot you back on that godforsaken island.
I wish you had. It would have spared us the sight of watching you turn tail and run.
All right, just hash your shit out on your own time, okay? Tusk, please.
You two. Partners. Either you've got a piss-poor memory or you're even more desperate than I thought.
Jeez, I'm just getting it from all sides today, aren't I?
I'm not the one reduced to hustling weapons to ragtag insurgents.
Ah, there it is, eh? There it is. Always thinking too small. You really think I would have traded this in exchange for munitions.
I don't give a shit. Hand over the tusk.
Owls, bells. You're gonna miss the fireworks, man.
I won't ask twice.
Cats.
Gun! Nice shot.
Thanks.
Pattern's a little wide. You
Get
could...
the hell off me.
Yeah. All right. Mind if see that first? Hi. A third of that is mine as well.
You're splitting Chloe's share.
Okay. I know you're new to this, but that's not exactly how it works.
Consider it a service charge.
You hang on a goddamn second.
It's a bomb.
What?
A Sav traded the tusk for a bomb.
Fireworks.
This is big.
Yeah. Those tracks run right through the city. Through the market.
So we'll find the nearest town. Notify the authorities.
It'll be too late. If that goes off, it'll kill thousands.
And that is a terrible shame. But we did get what we came for.
What? You are not seriously going after that train. Okay, fine. Fine, you have a plan?
Doesn't seem to be much of a requirement in this organization.
Are you really going to let her do this?
No, I mean, she's got a valid point. Shit, I don't know, okay?
This is not our fight. You said so yourself. Even if you catch that train, what happens? Disarming the bomb is impossible.
You're right.
Good. Good, so we'll call the authorities
This
and...
isn't our fight. It's my fight. That bomb detonates in the city. It'll spark civil war. I can't walk away. I'm tired of walking away.
You'll die.
I can live with that. Hey. Save my share of the tusk. Okay? Just in case, right?
What, you're not gonna leave me back there with her?
Out.
No.
I call shotgun.
Fine. I'll sit in the back.
What?
All right, so just when you think everything's cool, the tension rises again when Nadine claims shotgun and takes over the front seat. All right, well, that wraps up another chapter. So we only got one left. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying these. I've been having fun playing them, so I guess that counts for something. Anyhow, as for me, that's going to do it. Until next time, that's right, Chapter 9. Bring it. As always, until next time, see ya!